Hey, Phil Spencer here, Le Cuisinier de Ménage, the household chef. I'm here at my place in New York City, and today I'm going to be making a very famous French sandwich, the Croque Monsieur. The Croque Monsieur originated in the early 1900s in Paris. I actually grew up overseas and spent a year in Paris when I was young. Had my first Croque Monsieur in Paris when I was about 7, and I've been in love with that sandwich ever since. So today I want to show you how I do it. And in the early days, of course, it was very simple. It was a piece of bread with the crusts cut off, and then cheese, ham, cheese, toast, and then grilled and then done. So just like a grilled cheese sandwich of today. Over the years, there's been many variations of that, of the Croque Monsieur. Most commonly, you'll find a bechamel sauce on top. Sandwich is baked, then broiled. I'm gonna do a variation of that as well. Mine is going to have in addition to the bechamel sauce, I'm gonna add cheese to the bechamel sauce, calling it a Mornay sauce. So I'll have a Mornay on the top and I'll bake it, broil it, and then we'll finish the sandwich that way. I'm gonna start by making the Mornay sauce first, and then after we've done that all sauce, on fait le sandwich, which means we'll make the sandwich.
So here's the mise en place, or what's needed to make the Mornay sauce. The Mornay sauce is basically what holds the sandwich together. It's kind of the glue that holds the sandwich together, as well as we'll put some on top. And after we make the Mornay sauce, I'll have the mise en place, or what's needed to make the sandwich. Here we go with the starting of the Mornay sauce. Basically, it's a bechamel sauce with cheese added. And what we're going to do is add equal parts, the 2.5 tablespoons of butter, and gently add the 2.5 tablespoons of flour and mix it into make a roux. And what we want to do is cook it until the grittiness, or the flour, it would be cooked out. So now the roux had started to bubble and the grittiness and flour taste had cooked out. It's time to slowly incorporate the milk. And we're going to stir this until we create a nice paste with no lumps. And now that we have a nice smooth consistency, it's time to add the egg yolk, the spices, and the cheese. And just whisk that in, stir it in until it's all incorporated into a nice smooth consistency. And now once everything's incorporated, it's time to remove from heat, cover with some saran wrap, and let it cool completely. Sometimes I transfer it to another bowl, but it needs to be cooled completely.
So here I have the mise en place ready to make the sandwich. I have the cooled off Mornay sauce, a little toasted brioche bread. I chose a thicker sliced brioche bread, and I have a little more shaved Gruyere to put on top of the Mornay sauce on the very finishing touches of the sandwich. And a generous amount of ham, and those are Gruyere slices, and just a bit of Dijon sauce.
Time to assemble the sandwich. So I put a little butter on the pieces of bread, and we're going to add the Mornay sauce on each of those two. Think of those like the glue. We're going to do cheese, ham, cheese, and that top portion of bread, we'll flip it over and seal the sandwich kind of like glue. Nice. And now we'll put a little more butter, a little Mornay, and the shredded Gruyere on the top of the sandwich. Put it on a parchment paper lined baking sheet, and you want to preheat the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, approximately 200 to 205 degrees Celsius, and we'll bake that for 10 minutes, then switch to broil, and then just broil it till it's nice and bubbly and brown on top, about 5 minutes or so, but keep an eye on it. Thanks for watching. I think you're going to love this.